And we have a great guest. We've got a couple of great guests coming up. Our next guest has a well-rounded background. He spent 8 years in the U.S. Navy Reserve, graduated with accounting degrees from St. Clair Community College and Wright State University in Dayton. I had to say that because I know where that is. He passed the CPA exam. He was a retired general manager of a Japanese auto parts manufacturer. He spent 18 years investing in real estate. He's currently a licensed realtor in Ohio. Are you sure, Bob, that you haven't lived like 3 or 4 lifetimes? And perhaps most important for our purposes here today, Bob is a lifetime advocate and educator for tax reform. And Bob and I have something in common. I lived near Dayton, Ohio for a few years, where I was a journalist there, and he had a child born at St. Elizabeth Hospital, so did I. When we lived there, Bob, I don't know what you thought about this, but when we lived there, the Dayton Daily Snooze had a very collectivist approach on its editorial page. Quite possibly the most hypocritical thing I ever saw a newspaper do was to get on all those downtown business owners who were leaving downtown, and then the newspaper, which was also downtown, they left. Largely because I would tire of this newspaper's same old partisan propaganda. I used to joke with my wife, I'd say, can any good thing come out of Dayton? But when I met Bob Wigham, I had the answer. The answer to that is yes. Bob Wigham came to us today from Dayton, Ohio to educate and advocate for tax reform. Let's welcome Bob Wigham to the platform today.
Thanks, Jim. You know what? I had a prep set up here, but I don't know how I can follow that. That's how we follow it. Thanks, Jim. What a rousing rendition for freedom in this country. And thanks to the Bluegrass Institute for Public Policy Solutions for inviting the Ohio Fair Tax Nation to Lexington to share in the joy of tax reform. And how about that Leland Conway? Where are you at, Leland? Okay. Leland, the Pulse of Lexington from News Radio 630 WLAP and the Lexington's conservative voice for freedom in America. And a special thanks to my lovely wife, Sue. Hi, Sue. For putting up, or actually, for supporting my mission, my personal mission for tax reform in this country. Hello, Lexington. How you doing out there? Yeah, what a beautiful day to send a message to our employees in Washington, the District of Corruption. I hope you're having as much fun today as I am. Well, are you? All right. When I look out over this gathering, I not only see Kentucky patriots, I see a lot of motivated, focused, and very angry taxpayers who are ready for a revolution. Are you ready for a revolution? All right. Well, those of you that are not, you got to get ready because it's coming. We have today a perfect storm for this revolution. Because of arrogant employees in Washington, D.C. who have forgotten they work for us. A government whose spending is out of control. And a common sense movement for tax reform. We are at an historic moment in the history of the United States of America. A moment generations to come will look upon as a time of remarkable shift in our great country's direction. I feel very different today than I did 40 years ago. When I was in my 20s, I felt a sense of self-control. I felt like my choices mattered. Today, 3 days after I filed my tax return, I feel despair. I feel lost. I feel like I no longer have control of my life. And I sense I am not alone. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a chance for renewal, an opportunity to shift our country's direction from one of despair to one of a new freedom.
Yes, sir!
A freedom to choose our course in life without the fear of becoming unintentional criminals on April the 15th.
Yeah.
A freedom to choose not only how much tax we pay, but when we pay that tax. Imagine with me for a moment a fair tax system that allows you to keep 100% of your paycheck, of your pension, and of your Social Security. A fair tax system that frees up the time wasted filling out IRS forms.
Yeah.